to the 2400 Block Podcast with your host, Johnny Rubes.
Hello guys, this is Johnny Rubes. Season 4 has already ended, but I am opening to doing a couple bonus episodes, which I do not mind. I have been dedicating time into writing my book with just one chapter left to go. And then I put everything into perspective and put it all into sentences and quotes and what have you. However, that leaves enough time to do a bonus podcast episode like this. And I hope you guys do not mind me doing this. I know you guys have missed me being on the mic. It has certainly been a long time. It was about April 10th, I believe it was. I could be wrong, but that's the last time I believe that I did a podcast with Ken. And with 1 month passing by already, it feels like ages ago. It just comes to show how things can be obsolete rather quickly. Well, I'm here to talk to you guys finally. I've been fairly busy doing everything I can to survive as a living human being here on lovely planet Earth. I hope you guys are doing pretty well. And before I go on with my rant here, it's not going to be a rant. It's just pretty much just going to be talking and catching up on things, basically, to let you guys know what I've been up to, what things to look forward to when season 5 rolls around in September. I know that's like ways away. It's a long time. But guess what? We're already in the month of May, about to enter June. This is Memorial Day weekend 2024. Now, I remember last year when I was on Memorial Day weekend, I was with my girlfriend and a family who are our best friends, the Coreys, and we went all the way out there to Gatlinburg, Tennessee, the mountains over there. It's beautiful, the Smoky Mountains. Had a lovely time. I never knew I could take a podcast all the way out there and let it still be going. It's amazing with the technology, and hopefully sometime this year I'll make that return again real soon. And I think after this, I'll be going on maybe 2 vacations, 2 vacations in a row. And hopefully by that time, I'll be able to capture as much footage as possible. Now, speaking of outdoors and adventures, I like to bring this up to you guys. It is that time. I love their products. This is like maybe one of 2 products that I've got from them already. Actually, that I bought under this brand, I mean. And that is Yeti. Yeti is a great brand. Many outdoor enthusiasts and adventurers do recommend it. And my old boss, her and her boyfriend always use these cans to cool off their drinks. So I was able to get one for myself and my girlfriend, and it is the Yeti Rambler 12-ounce Coasters. This one right here. And it has a gasket there on top in which you can just twist and it'll come right off. And as you can see, it's durable steel. I know it's a little bit too bright because of the light. You just put your drink right in there, and then you put this thing back on, the gasket, and then just turn it, and it will lock it in place. Now, the reason why I love these is because it will keep your drink cool to the very last sip. And I've tested it out a couple of times, and it's true. It does hold it to the very last sip, and it's still cold. So this is a product I really recommend on getting. And on top of those, we have here the the Yeti Tundra, the one with wheels there. I know you guys can see this right here, this thing. And it works wonder for us, especially for these long trips. It helps keep everything cool for the next couple of hours or so. They're great to take on trips. They're great to take on picnics, that kind of thing, camping. And when you do buy these Yeti products, the really cool part about getting these Yeti products is that you're going to get a whole lot of Yeti stickers. Look at that, man. Some of them can't even show because they're reflecting on the camera too much with its colors, but there it is. I mean, you can see when I'm back out of it, you will see it. See? Yeah. So, yeah, Yeti's a brand I recommend to all of you, especially if you want to go on your outdoor adventures. And I plan to buy many more. Hopefully, I'll buy a big mug which I can take on a long drive, as well as maybe a lunchbox for work. If ever I go to a workplace, I can take the Yeti bag, which will make the food and drink stay at room temperature, I believe, to keep it cooler. So yeah, I look forward to that. That's my plug for Yeti. Yeah, I just love that product, folks, and I'm glad you guys are getting to hear me talk about it, and hopefully you'll get a chance to buy yours. And most Yeti products are available in most hardware stores, I believe. I think Lowe's just ended their partnership with Yeti, but Yeti is available at Dick's Sporting Goods, which is where I get mines. So I recommend that again to all of you. So I know you guys are looking forward to Memorial Day weekend. I don't know how you're going to spend it. Hopefully, you'll make good use of it. I'm sure most Americans would say, I'll be grilling in the backyard. So I think that's where that's what most Americans will do during this Memorial Day weekend. Besides attending parades, besides flying out and joining others. But I must say though, travel is definitely going to be busy. I think there's a lot of driving involved. That's going to be a challenge for many of those who might not have the patience. You will definitely have to take as much time as possible, make preparations early on. Wow, guys, it certainly is great to be back here on the pod. It has certainly been a while, and I'm just looking at this platform that I record my podcast on, and there's a lot new things over here for me to test. That just comes to show the passing of time. It goes rather quickly. And here we are at the midpoint of 2024 now. I can't believe we've already made it this far. And I know you guys are considering to vote this November. I know it's a very touchy subject matter, but if you were to make your choice for your presidential candidate, I want you guys to look at the situation right now all around you and say to yourself, is this what you want America to be for the next 4 years? Would you like to see change? I mean, positive change. Or would you like to see things as they are now and maybe hoping that the incumbent president will sort of put things on a positive spin? Or should the former president, should you trust him? And I'm sure many of us are voicing our frustrations in different ways politically. You see how the social media platform has definitely made all of us participate on whatever you support. It doesn't matter if it's something that I don't like, or maybe something that someone likes. or someone might not like, or something I might like. That's how powerful social media is. It gives people the chance to participate, to let them be involved, to let them go deeper. And yeah, that is also important too when it comes to podcasting and voicing your own opinion. Me voicing my own opinion. Usually I don't want to take too much of a stance into the political realm because I know it is a very sensitive subject matter. But the most important thing right now, guys, is what is going on around you. Do you want this to continue? That's the most important thing right now. With all this changes happening around you, do you want for this to continue? That is up to us. I know 50% is on one side and 50% is on the other side. We know this country is solely divided on issues, on anything really. And hopefully we'll come to our senses. Hopefully we'll come as a collective and that everything will be hunky dory once again. Hopefully. I can't speak up for everyone. Everyone's got their own thing. You know, us humans, the more there's many of us, the more there's a lot of things to tackle with. I must say the same too about animals. I'm sure lions have a problems with lions from another side. I'm sure the same goes for the apes, that gorillas and monkeys have their own wars within. And let's not count out the insects either. I'm sure they're having their issues as well. So when it comes to the majority, we're gonna run into problems. Some don't want to be told what to do. Some don't want to hear someone's side. That's just how it goes. I guess that's how the world goes. No matter if you're an actual living entity rather than trees. See, trees, they don't fight. They don't fight at all. Plants don't fight. See, that's a different thing there. But if you're an actual moving, breathing, living being, then of course you're gonna run into problems. And yeah, I guess that's how nature goes. If y'all want to put it in that spin, or maybe you want to say that too in a biblically kind of way, you can put that as well. So yeah, I still have a couple of minutes here to talk. And it's certainly been a while since I've done one of these. And the reason why I've been gone for a while is because I have to focus on myself. I have to focus on my space. I have to focus on my peace of mind. The peace of mind is happening right now too. So as I'm talking to you, I'm enjoying this time doing something that I love to do so passionately. I love podcasting, but sometimes there's a lot of things that I have to tend to in real life that I need to take care of, my own obligations. I also want to say to my listeners and my viewers who have been watching my podcast this season is that this season has been a success. As you have already seen, you've seen me talking with a variety of guests. They're providing their own perspective on things, on their lives, what they stand for, how they're doing professionally as well as personally. I like that. I love hearing people's perspectives. I wish all of us can hear each other's perspectives and get to know each other in a way. And that's the problem right now that's happening, not just in this country, but around the world. Now, if people get to know one another, people get to hear people's, real life stories of the struggles and the successes, and I'm sure it would influence someone to do something so awesome. And if we just get to hear one another, just imagine what world of a difference that would do. What world of a difference? Yeah. What world of a difference? I think I'll rather put it that way. Yeah, I'll put it in that kind of spin. What world of a difference it can do? It certainly can. It certainly can. Even through all the leaps and bounds and and through all that we've been going through, the shortcomings, the struggles, the backpedaling of humanity. And right now, we're not just an enemy to most of the living things on this planet, but also to ourselves. And maybe the next generation to come will realize what we've been going through here in the start of the 21st century. I wish everyone could take advantage of technology. And I'm not just talking about AI, but just having to use technology as a means to help benefit humanity, the human spirit, if you will. And I even see, a lot of flaws, a lot of mistakes being made. I see how things can be misinterpreted, taken out of context. Yeah, the same, issues still go, but it just seems like things are multiplying as fast as they are because we are in this age using social media tools. But going back into my podcast here from this season, I loved it. I love every episode that I've done so far. It's done with a lot of passion. It's done with a lot of love. And if it weren't for all the supporters out there who have been supporting my podcast, if it weren't for them, this podcast wouldn't be. Really, honestly, we wouldn't be the success that we are now. And I'm not just talking about myself. This is our podcast, me and all the listeners and viewers that have been supporting this show, especially with its little fundraisers and all, and from the very beginning. If it weren't for you guys, this show wouldn't be. So many thanks to all of you who have made a big difference for season number 4. It truly sets everything in a huge way. I have never would have thought into jumping into video podcasting like I am right now, talking to you guys here. I mean, go all the way to the very first episode. I'm just like talking, and there was no camera back then. But at the same time, I was nervous being on this very same mic. Well, okay, let me take that back. Not this very same mic, but there was another mic that I used beforehand. It was the Shure brand, the SHURE brand. And then maybe a month or two later, I started using this one. And now, fast forward to 2024, I am as comfortable, I am as enthusiastic, I am as fired up as ever for more podcasting adventures to come. Season 5 is right around the corner, and I must truly set the bar for the next one. I can't guarantee you guys how many guests I'm going to have on the next show, but I'm going to try to tackle these topics as good as I can. Not just with experts, not just myself. Hopefully along the way, I can have my friends join in on this show and we can just talk about it together and try to find ways to solve it as an individual. Maybe it's also possible for me to reach out to, guests who do specialize in these kind of things that can help us, that can benefit us. And I think season number 5 will solely focus on the individual, what we encounter every day. And that includes, the most touchiest subjects like depression, social anxiety. I've been tackling some of these, and hopefully I'll continue further with that. People love hearing that kind of thing. Or people at my age still being successful. Yeah, age is just nothing but a number. Yeah, let's get to that. I love to tackle that. I love to talk about that. Yeah, let's go. Let's effing go. Oh, wow. I really can't wait to go back on the mic come September when things are going to start really getting active. I can't guarantee for sure how many more bonus episodes I can come up with here exclusively on Facebook for you guys to check out, especially if it's on my profile. And that's what makes it special. Maybe I could manifest that to my other Facebook entities, one which is the 2400 Block podcast Facebook page, as well as my much more private profile. It's good to just include those in the mix whenever I'm going to try to post videos like this. Maybe today is that day, which I will post this video, and then from the Johnny Rubes page, it's going to manifest into the other two that I just mentioned. So, yeah, I like to continue doing this, hopefully in a weekly or bi-weekly basis. I love to do this maybe 2 times, maybe 3 times a week, whatever time allows for me. I like to connect with people. I mean, I have a huge following, but reaching out at least to 5 to 10 people, I find that even more powerful, because there are people out there that's willing to hear me out. Me for just being me. I know some people out there don't want to take their time to talk to me because I am me. Some people may not have the time to even give me a call or shoot me a text because I am just me. And I'm okay with that. I am okay with that. I have no problems at all, because I do not want to force people into conversations. That's the thing. I do not want to do that. Definitely not do that. So I just want to be upfront and honest with you guys about that. And what else can I talk about here on this lovely Friday? By the way, it is Friday here. It's almost 10 o'clock as of this recording. And in about maybe 2-3 hours at the most, we're going to have like a big band of storms coming. And it's not going to be pretty. It's going to be raining hard. It's going to be thundering. We're going to have wind gusts. Everything you want in a storm is going to be coming my way very shortly. So I'd rather do this recording right now and just post it on Facebook, because you may never know what could happen. And I'd rather do this earlier on anyway. I just had an oil change for my car, as well as tire rotations. I'm very blessed to still have a car that runs after how many years now? Approaching 12 years on my car. My car is already nearing 90, I think 95,000, 700 or 800. It's about to near that real soon. And I haven't even reached 100,000 miles yet. So I'm very blessed at the fact that it has stayed the course like that for a while. And it'll probably reach 100,000 by fall, I believe. Yeah, probably around September. Okay, guys. I've talked for about almost 24 minutes now. Wow, I never knew that I would go this far into recording. And I just realized when I'm talking to you guys, it's much more straightforward. It's much more what's that? Without, I'm just talking perfectly. I mean, imagine how it was back then when I was on the mic in the first season of my podcast. I couldn't even concentrate back then. I was like, I just said a lot of those in between, and I never thought in my mind that I would be able to overcome those habits. And sometimes I know I can be crazy for doing this, but if I just like talk to myself every once in a while about something, even in the car, people can look at me and say, well, who is he talking to? They're probably thinking I'm on Bluetooth. But sometimes I talk to myself, and it does help, because over here in Illinois, I don't have as much people to socialize with. Well, the last time I really socialized was when I was working with my girlfriend for that company. And I did talk a lot. People know that I work hard. So sometimes I just don't talk to them because I'm working hard. But that's the last time I really talked to people. And people don't get to know me as much because many out there are like just, I guess, getting to know me from a distance. Some people really don't approach me unless if it's necessary, but I understand. Like I said, I don't want to force anyone into conversation. I've learned a lot from forcing myself into conversation with people, and it definitely backfired. It definitely took me down emotionally. I mean, that hurts when you're treated in such a way that you don't even expect. I mean, being treated lesser than a human being. Like you're not, like they don't have a care in the world whether you live or die. So I put it into perspective now is just to put my very best foot forward, staying positive, taking whatever it is and try to put a positive spin to it because I know I can. And the only person that can make a difference is me. I love to take people's advices, put them all together collectively, and me listening to them and doing those things translates into something great. So it's always good to hear criticism. It's good to hear praises, and then let myself do the rest of the work and see what I can do to make my day better. Okay, guys, approaching 27 minutes now. I love talking here. And I haven't done this in a while. I haven't done this in a while on Facebook. So it's definitely kind of weird, especially being away for about a month. And in that short amount of time, it feels like forever too. So yeah, I'm going to try to make it better. We'll see what we can, what I can come up with in the times to come. And I will leave it at that. So every episode is going to be like a surprise. Yeah, these bonus episodes that will pop out between now and September when the full season begins, when the next season begins. So guys, you take care of yourself. Have a lovely Memorial Day weekend. I know I will. I'll make the most of it the best way possible. So guys, till next time, okay? This is Johnny Rubes. I'm out.
Thanks for checking out this episode of 2400 Block Podcast. Don't forget to follow and subscribe.